Welcome everybody, this is Coach Jerry with Peak Synergy, where we create peak performers in life, career, and sport. Our systems and our approach maximize synergy in your body at a cellular level, which transfers to everything we do, whether that be team unity and organization, leadership development. It's all about synergy, because when we lack synergy, we create competition in the body or in the organization. And when we create competition for resources, we create entropy. Entropy is counterproductive, and it destroys even the most well-planned out and well-thought out goals and visions. When you have peak synergy in the body, competition goes away and cooperation and cohesion ensues. When cooperation and cohesion ensues, you start creating dynamics where systems and components work together and they create something that is grander than the individual sum of the parts. 1 + 1 can equal 3. And one of the biggest things that can rob you of synergy and increase entropy within you is being stuck in negative emotions. Negative emotions like fear, anger, jealousy. And today we're going to show you how to break those down and dissolve the energies that are created from those negative thought and emotion loops. In these guided visualizations, we are going to teach you how to switch from the role of the experiencer of the event to the observer of the event. Because as the experiencer, we tend to view everything through such a narrow lens, through such a narrow frame. And that's how we get stuck in circular patterns. These patterns reinforce beliefs, they reinforce identities that keep us stuck. And just by doing something as simple as switching from the experiencer to the observer of an event, what you're creating is a bifurcation in that circle. So when that circle is on its original pattern and gets to the starting point, instead of staying on that track in that circle, that loop, that rumination, it bifurcates and it veers off a little bit and it starts forming a spiral. And the more you can observe your life through the lens of the observer, the more this spiral pattern of growth you can create. If you've ever played a sport and you've had to watch game film after a game, you know what this is all about. Because as the player in the game, as the athlete, you created an experience of the experience and a memory and a belief and an identity surrounded around that memory of the experience. But oftentimes when we rewatch that game film, what we see as the observer does not match how we remembered the event as the experiencer. And just like in sport, in life, we can watch game film through visualizations, meditations, and breath work. And through the lens of the observer, we can make note, find awareness, make adjustments, and make changes to our pattern. I hope you enjoy this, guys. I am streamside here in the Sapphire Mountains of Montana, and I am letting go of my need to be perfect. I'm filming this without a microphone, on my iPhone. You might hear some birds chirping in the background. You might hear the river flowing. You might hear some wind blowing into the microphone. Hell, you might even hear a truck drive by. And I'm not going to worry about that, and neither should you, because it's the content that we're delivering today that is important. It's all that matters. Thanks for joining us today. I hope you found value in this experience and observation. And if you did, if you like this, if you like creating more synergy in your body, the effects of that, the more energy, the increased mental clarity and focus, the increased awareness, finding different perspective. If you enjoy that experience and observation, join our community. We're going to be creating fresh workshops for you every single week. We will take feedback from you to plan future workshop themes. You will have access to all the recorded workshops, all the video calls, all the resources, and you will receive discounts on group or one-on-one coaching and workshops. This is an extreme value. There's no reason not to. Click on our link and join our community. We'd love to have you. All right, let's get observing. All right, before we get into the breakthrough visualizations around fear, anger, jealousy, we're going to get into quantum psychology principles. Quantum psychology was a method coined by Dr. Stephen Walensky. And in that, there are some principles that he posits that really help us understand and work with the energies that we create. The first principle is, as the observer of the contents of my mind, I am more than the contents of my mind. Second principle, everything is made of energy. 3. I am the creator of what I observe. The physical universe is made up of energy, space, mass, and time. Everything interpenetrates everything else. Everything is emptiness, and form is condensed emptiness. Just sit here for a moment and let that sink in. If you need to listen to this several more times, by all means do so. You don't have to understand it right now. Just let the introduction of these concepts settle in and sink in and take hold wherever they belong. It's all about planting seeds. All right, to begin this guided visualization to help you break through and find your role as the observer. Let's start by getting relaxed and calmed and do some 5x5 box breaths. Follow along with me. In, hold, out, and hold. We'll be doing each of those for a count of 5. Let's begin. In, hold, out, hold, 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 sit comfortably and let your eyes close gently. As you breathe deep, intentionally recall an incident that upset you. It may or may not involve other people. It can be an undesirable event, an emotionally charged conversation or interaction. Visualize yourself. Visualize the incident and seeing yourself in the middle of it. Be in the middle of the event, recreating the scene with all the negative energy you'd experienced with it. Now continue to see the very same scene, but notice that you are watching it. Maybe you're visualizing it on a screen or a tablet or through a glass window. Now there is a you in the scene, experiencing all the emotions, and there is a you on the outside of the scene, having an experience of the observer, noticing all the emotions, thoughts, and sensations that the experiencer is experiencing. Notice what feels different when you visualize this event as the experiencer and the observer.